Oh, welcome back to Timeline Ranch. This is a end of trip summary, so let's take a look at what all was done. So I got a sample to send off to the lab to see what the water quality is in this old-fashioned well that I built, and we'll see what the results are. Hopefully it's not too bad as far as water quality, so I won't have to do a lot of extensive filtering. So that was one of the items. Big item, but needed to be done. Well, even though our pond was completely dry in the original portion, just had a little pocket of water in the new section right over there that I excavated the last time I had the excavator out here. The well had about 3 foot 4 inches of water in it, about a meter of water still in the bottom. So I'm pretty happy to see that. We used it this trip a little bit. It also has water in the gravel bed that runs between the well and the pond here, this direction. So there's probably around 800 gallons at least of water, available water there. Yeah, unfortunately this monsoon season hasn't been very nice to the Timeline Ranch. Let's take a look at all of our plants along the edge here one last time. This is only a 2-day trip, so I watered them twice a day. Give them a good, watering that I could while I'm here. So that moringa, I don't know if it's dormant and never came up because it was dry, or if it's dead. Well, time will tell on that one. This is the best looking moringa here. The leaves have already perked up since I've been watering it. Yeah, this one's getting some water underground still that's filtering out through that big leaky weir that I put here on the main creek that feeds the pond. And you can see that New Mexico olive looks real good. And further upstream, the New Mexico olive has some leaves, but it doesn't look anything as good as that. This tree, unfortunately, I believe is dead, this pecan tree. The little baby pecan tree there is dead as well. This pecan tree is alive. This is our first pecan tree that we planted. It's alive. It grew about 18 inches this year, even though it's been quite dry. All the English walnuts died. They didn't have enough energy stored up, and the roots weren't established enough to take it. Got a pretty good sized millipede there. He's probably around 5 inches long, 1/4 inch around. So 3 English walnuts are dead, these 3 here. Baccharis is looking healthy. A little Baccharis here. The almond trees have some green in the bark. I hope that they will bounce back, and also something has been chewing the branches off of it. So all three of the almond trees look like they're alive, at least by the green bark. And these three were the Chinese chestnut, and they all died. Looks like a few birds have been sitting here doing their business. There's a real good pile of droppings here. I'm sure if this Chinese chestnut had survived, it would have really appreciated all the birds around here. I think my plan on these trees, I'm going to plant the same type of trees here again, but I'm going to order them and then grow them for about a year at the house and get them a little bigger, and then try it again once the pond's dug, phase one of the pond's done, you know, once all this 25 feet deep along this edge. I'm going to plant them again, and hopefully won't have any issues after that. Let's go over there to the pile of material I brought this trip. So this is what I got out here this trip. Good bit of rebar, little structural steel, some ADS pipe or HDPE pipe, however you want to say it. Some old scrap, rigid electrical conduit. Good bit of material, a lot of firewood. Let's go back over the pond, see the other moringas that I took this trip and planted. So I brought out 3 new moringas this trip and planted them. This one, and this one here. This one at the end was already here, and it was alive, but it wasn't looking too hot. The leaves are starting to open up now that I've been here water a few times. So hopefully they'll all make it. Hopefully we'll get some rain. Well, guess I've got a 13 or 14 hour trip depending on how it goes. Hopefully no trailer drama this time. I did have a blowout on the way here. I've got the rim in the trailer. It looks like maybe it can be saved with the tires far gone. Well, I will see you on the next one.